So pull up my tweet real fast. And yo, these answers are super fucking telling. So Tobey Maguire, as you guys know, what's this dude's name? Ruben? Something Ruben? Michael Rubin, yeah.
All-white party.
Yeah, he has an all-white party every year, right? He's a billionaire, and he invites all these celebs, etc., and they were all there. This was, I think he throws it in New York or some shit like that.
The Hamptons.
This one was in Hamptons.
The Hamptons, okay.
It's every 4th of July.
Okay, have you been to one of these before?
No.
Okay. He has these parties every year, right? And Tobey Maguire was there with this girl. Obviously, she's significantly younger than him. And the tweet goes, Tobey Maguire at, I can't see the full caption, guys. Go to the caption.
Just exit out the...
Tobey Maguire and Lily cheat at Michael Rubin's party in New York City. And obviously, this got a bunch of what the fuck is going on, because Tobey Maguire is significantly older than her. I forget what his age is. Scroll down. It's probably going to be in the comments.
But he's Spider-Man, though. Give him a break.
Spider-Man. Yeah, let's see here. Spider-Man released the year before she was born. Like, see, there's just saying all this shit.
49.
Yeah, he's 49. Yeah, the top comment, you can scroll up. It's literally, Spider-Man released a year before she was born. This is crazy. And of course, it's a woman that says that, right?
Right, always.
Without fail. Now, I want you to go to the video I had posted, right? This is Tobey Maguire, right? He's damn near 50 years old, and he's with a girl that's, significantly younger than him. And it gets a bunch of backlash on the internet, as expected. And then this other one, right, is Leonardo DiCaprio refusing to date women over 25. And this comes from, shout out to his YouTube channel here, The 33 Secrets. I like this guy a lot. Shout out to him.
So it looks like Leonardo DiCaprio has a new 19-year-old girlfriend. Leonardo DiCaprio is 48 years old. That is a 29-year age gap.
Oh, yeah.
Like, can you imagine this conversations between these two? Like, I have to know what a 19-year-old is talking about to a 48-year-old. Like, Leonardo, at this point, it's getting creepy. It's getting weird.
You know what is creepy and weird is basically how all these feminists are melting down over the fact that a successful 49-year-old man refuses to date a woman over 25. And as far as what is a 49-year-old talking about with a 19-year-old? What kind of conversation? What are they talking about? They're talking about anything that Leo wants to talk about.
So I want to get the ladies' thoughts on this. Tobey Maguire, obviously, damn near 50 with a, 19-year-old? And then Leonardo, which we know he's been dating women only on 25. And he got a new 19-year-old girlfriend. So what's your thoughts on this in general? Agree, disagree, disgusting, as this woman said on TikTok. What's your thoughts?
I think they're rich and famous, so they can obviously get women much younger, and that's what they want. It's fine.
Let's say he was not famous.
Again, I think it's, if the woman is okay with it, then who are we to judge how old or young they want to date?
Okay.
No, but what's your thoughts on it, though? Like, your personal opinion. I want you to judge. What are your personal thoughts on it?
Would you do it?
I personally wouldn't, because I'm attracted to people more or less my age, maybe like 5 years older, but that's just me personally.
How old are you again?
27.
Damn.
So you want a guy that's, the oldest that you would deal with?
Not more than like 37.
So you're telling me if you met a guy that was charming, charismatic, good-looking, taller than you significantly, maybe had an IFBB Pro card back in the day, but he was 45, you wouldn't give him a chance?
I mean, I guess, yeah, I would give him a chance.
Okay. All right, man. What about you? What are your thoughts on this overall? You agree, disagree, disgusting, not disgusting? What are your thoughts?
I do think that a lot of the time when you see a much younger woman with an older man, it is because of their money. Not 100% of the time, obviously. Everything is situation dependendent.
Okay, ladies, I want you guys to give me your actual real opinions on this. I understand that you're females and it's difficult to formulate an opinion where you might go ahead and ruffle some feathers, but I want you to go ahead and put your big girl pants on and tell us what you actually think on it. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? And I want you to cite specifically why you agree or disagree. Take a stance.
Imagine it's you.
Don't give me some bullshit answer that you've been giving, like, well, you can do what you want in your life. No, that's not what it is. What is your actual take on this? Go ahead.
If it were me, no, I would not. Just if it were me, then no. But I don't disagree
you
with
wouldn't date a man that's significantly older than you.
If I was 19, I would not date a 45-year-old. No.
Okay. Well, you're 30 now. Would you date a man that was 50?
Maybe. It depends, but.
Would that not be the same thing technically?
I think it's different as you get older. The age gap gets it's less. What's the word? It's less
pronounced.
Yes, thank you. It's
Okay, so you think it's not the age gap that's the problem. You think it's the age at which the woman is.
Yeah, I guess, because 19 is very young. But
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Sorry, she's 19 and he's
49.
49. Okay.
Yeah, Leo. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Leo's 40. Yeah.
49.
Same
and
thing with
she's-
Toby. Pretty much same thing.
Yeah.
Toby Maguire.
Same thing.
45 to 50.
I personally, I honestly don't know.
Okay, if it was you,
Yeah.
what would you do?
I would.
Let's start
I
there.
think.
You would date a guy. Okay.
I would
Thank
date a
you.
guy.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, pound it.
Okay. Would you?
I would.
So, okay. I guess by you saying you would, you agree with it then? I guess.
Yeah,
'cause
I
you would
think
do it
there's
yourself.
no harm in that. Like where I'm from, there's girls that are getting married when you're 15 and
That's
16.
a fact.
Like
Those are
you know,
facts.
that's how it was back then. So like for us to be like judging it,
Alhamdulillah.
I'm like, there's nothing to judge. Like look at your grandparents back then. Like they got married when they were younger at 15, 16.
Well, 18 plus at least. Okay, go ahead.
Well,
No.
Middle East is different, bro.
Yeah.
All right. What about
Yeah.
you? What's your thoughts on this?
I mean, I think 19 is really young,
Okay.
but I honestly think that she's there for the fame and the money, and he's there because
She has a runway
she's-
model, so she makes her own.
Got him.
Runways models don't make as much as Leo has, and
Oh,
she
well,
doesn't
of
have
course.
to
None of
spend.
us
She
do.
doesn't
I mean,
have
of
to.
course.
She
We're
doesn't
talking
have
out
to spend
here.
her own money. So,
Of course, but she's doing well financially.
Yeah, she's not
well,
struggling.
she's doing even better now because she's not spending her money. She's spending his, and he is getting a good fuck, I guess, and he's enjoying the time
I'm
with
sure
her.
he's
So,
gotten a lot
okay,
of
now,
those.
do you agree with it or do you disagree with it?
Agree with her with them dating?
Yeah, like, do you think it's disgusting? Do you think it's
I
appropriate?
mean, no.
What's your thoughts on it?
I think it's in this day and age, everything goes. I can care less. I don't think it's disgusting.
Would you do it?
Me, if I was 19 and a 49-year-old would come,
Yeah. Like him.
like Leo,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if it's Leo,
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, she said like Leo.
Right.
Yeah.
Got to be Leo.
Okay, what about you?
I mean, you're saying not to just be nonchalant about it, but I can't even it's just somebody else's life. As long as it's two consenting adults, then I don't give a shit what anybody else is doing.
If it was you, would you? Go
I've
down the
dated
path?
when I was 26 years old. I dated a 42-year-old guy. I've also dated younger guys. I've dated a younger girl before. Like I've when I was 30, I dated a girl that was 18. Like I have dated all different ages. I don't.
So for you,
As long as somebody's a consenting adult, it just
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to me.
okay. What about you?
Yeah, I really don't care.
She means
I
it
don't
too.
care about
I'm
anything.
Yeah,
taking
it's not
her
about
for-
caring, ladies.
Yeah.
So this
okay,
is the
I
part
would-
where you
I
actually
would
give an
do it.
opinion or
That
a
was you.
take.
Okay, I do
Okay.
care so much about this topic, and I would be with Leo.
Okay.
Okay, so you
Like,
agree.
yes, I would. Yes.
Okay.
I think.
So, it's really interesting because, I mean, special guest, you take it first because I don't want to go on my little rant here.
Sure.
Go ahead, brother. What's your take on this? We obviously have kind of a discrepancy with what they think their son would want versus what went down and then what they would actually agree to.
All of their foolish responses are like, well, what would a 19-year-old talk about with a 40-year-old? Well, that's funny because all of you, when asked a question, you all seem like at a loss for words, like as though you can't express yourself very well at your advanced ages. And here's the other crazy thing. When you said that Leo said he only does under 25, I was like, the man's figured out life. And I know he picked that age range, not through guessing, but because he's rich, he's famous, he's good looking, he's influential, he's well respected. He is a dream man for many women. He didn't pick the age range of under 25 by accident. He's ran through a lot of and he figured out, you know what? By the time you get 25 or older and you're still single and you're attractive, that means nobody wanted you. You're like that dented canned good. You're that dented canned good in the grocery store that they put on the discount rack that still doesn't get purchased. And he's right about that. You see, as I stated earlier, most women want a long-term relationship. Facts. So if the driving force of the woman is to lock down a man in a long-term relationship, if she's both good looking and over the age of 25, it would indicate that though she was pursuing this, no man would give it to her. No man would say, you know what, you're the one, I want to stay with you. You're worth me spending the rest of my life with you. And here's the thing, if she's a good looking woman and she's single, you should be even more scared. And I know from experience that the more attractive they are when you find them at age 25 plus, the more mental issues they have. And I'm speaking not casually when you're like, oh, you're crazy. I'm speaking clinically. They have clinical issues and even clinical immaturity in some cases. Now, when he says 24 or younger, this is not only prime in terms of your enjoyment with the woman, it's also prime in terms of her biology. But consider this as a man, especially if you're a wealthy and successful man. You know what the worst answer I hate? I just absolutely hate hearing to this question. You know, I'm like, hey, have you ever been to Dubai?
Mm-mm.
Have you been to Dubai?
No.
Have you been to Dubai? You?
Mm-mm.
You been to Dubai? You been to Dubai? That's exciting to me. I've been 9 times, 13 times. We go, we fly out there, I show you some stuff, and you're like, you're amazed at everything. I've been there 9, 13 times. It's not exciting to me anymore. What's more exciting is me as a man leading you to a new experience and watching your face light up when you see something magical that you've never seen before and probably wouldn't have a chance to see. That's exciting to me. So I get that new experience through you. You return a form of youth and newness to me. Now, women don't understand that men like this kind of thing. Every man likes to be a teacher and leader. The worst thing is when I say, oh, have you been to Dubai? And she's like, yeah, I've been to Dubai like 3 times. She belongs to the streets. As soon as she says that, I'm like, oh, this is a human porta potty. Why do I think that?
Oh, shit.
Because Dubai is extraordinarily expensive.
Ew.
And I'm pretty well off. And when I get there, after like last time I was there for 2 weeks, I started looking, I was like, God, like I might need to get up out of here. Like everything is very expensive for a person who's well off. So I look at you and you're a 24-year-old girl and you told me you've been to Dubai a couple times.
With who?
Who's your sponsor?
With who?
And what did you do to get this privilege?
Do.
So then when women say like, oh yeah, what are we going to talk about? Men don't need you for deep conversations. I mean, after all, we asked you guys to name 3 countries and people scratching their goddamn head. But here's the amazing thing. We don't actually need you to know 3 countries. We will accept you if you know 2 countries, because what we want from you is for you to be a source of calmness, to make sure that we're cared for. Like, for example, I had some business challenges when I got here back to the States. I've been traveling in Europe for a couple months, and it was so challenging. I called up my assistant. I said, hey, I'm going to fly you out today. I just need you to come here because I'm having a lot of challenges, and I just want to double down on work. So what did I need her to do? Make sure all of my meals are there. You know, make sure that she's encouraging, help me think through things, tell me everything's going to go as I want it to go. That's what we look for from a woman. We don't want to have intellectual conversations with you guys. Like, for example, have you ever been to Georgia?
What, Georgia? Like,
Have you ever been
The
to
country
Georgia?
or the state?
Have you been to Georgia? You have been to Georgia? How was Tbilisi?
I passed through Georgia.
Yeah, exactly. You're thinking Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah,
you're thinking the
talking
state.
about the real
I'm talking about
Georgia
the
from-
country. Exactly. That's the whole point.
Man,
And I
that's
don't
not
need I don't need her to know that Georgia's a country, because that never really comes into play in our real interaction. When a man's dealing with a woman, we're dealing with romance. We're dealing with childbearing. We're dealing with you being caring, considerate, and a good listener. So it's a lie when women are like, oh, well, what are we going to talk about? Nothing. Hey, let's fly to Monaco. Oh, aren't those pretty buildings? Yeah, those are pretty buildings. Let's go to a nice restaurant. She's like, oh, this restaurant is so fancy. Great. Good food. Fantastic. Let's make love. Let's go to sleep. Wake up. I go to work. You go shopping. Do what you do. Tell your friends. Take pictures. Send them to your mom. Then you come back to me. Rub my back. Make love to me. Do it all over again. Fly to a new country. We're not having deep intellectual conversation. Like, know what your role actually is and the real value you offer to a man. You're deluded if you think a successful man is looking at you as though you're equally yoked intellectually. You're not. Is Elon Musk's wife going in there like, so what kind of new batteries are we going to use in the next Tesla? Right? Like, hell nah. She don't know a damn thing about that. Is Bill Gates' wife going in there like, gee, you know, I looked over your code for your last software deployment and I think that it has a couple bugs we should discuss. Like, hell nah. She don't know nothing about that. So like, why are we pretending as though that people are on par? We're not saying you're not smart, but generally speaking, the things that I truly enjoy as a masculine man are not things you can relate to. Who's your favorite boxer? Who's your favorite boxer?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who's your favorite boxer? Who's your favorite boxer? Okay, you guys get the goddamn point now. So we don't even relate on that. But check this out. Because I'm a masculine man and I know that we're very different, if you want to take out 10 minutes to tell me how you're going to create like a natural makeup brand that uses like organic stuff and it doesn't have any GMO, I'll listen to that shit for like 10 cool minutes. I'll listen to it and act like I'm interested in it, because that's a part of the relationship, is for me to go into your world. So whether you're a 19-year-old girl telling me about your makeup company or you're a 30-year-old woman telling me about whatever ambition you have, I'm going to go into your world. And because I'm a competent man, a great communicator, and very experienced, if you're 19 or 30 or 50, I can go into your world. So your age is largely irrelevant. It's only relevant when we're considering the things that are critical to me, which is giving you new experiences, keeping you excited, not having a woman that has a lot of baggage, and being able to make kids.
I got a question for the ladies.
Damn.
We'll start. You know, I find it interesting, right? So I asked you guys, the original question was, if you had a rich and famous son at 45 years old, what age would you want his woman to be to maximize his happiness? And I got some answers: 30 to 35, 45, 29 to 30, 35 to 50, 32 to 35, 25 to 30. And I mean, I did expect this. And then I asked you guys, what age is a man at his peak? And then the ages are significantly older. So wouldn't it be fair to say that like a man at his peak is going to want a woman at her peak?
So what age do you think is best for your son to get married?
24.
You want that your son should get married when he's 24?
Yeah, I want.
And you want his wife to be what age?
21.
21, okay. So he should be 24 and his wife to be 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They start early.
So how old are you?
I'm 29. 29.
29, okay. So are you married right now?
No, I'm single.
Okay. So what will you tell people who want to come to Kenya, Americans who want to come to Kenya to look for wives or girlfriends?
Well, they should be ready. If they want, when they want to come to Kenya to look for ladies, they should be ready for the kind of ladies to expect here. Educated, strong, hardworking, and submissive, like the whole package. You get it in Nairobi.
Yeah. You want that your son should get married when he's 24?
Yeah, I want.
So he should be 24 and his wife to be 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They start early.
So you don't want him to get married to any girl who is more than 21?
It would feel uncomfortable for me.
And what are your reasons?
I feel like these boys, well, the young men who are dating older ladies, they're just trying to fix something that they missed, like the motherly love. Yeah, because older ladies to men, they are more protective. They're not really keeping an open mind.
So you're saying that older ladies are already stuck in their ways and they cannot follow a man's program? Is that what you're saying?
I feel like it would be hard for them to like just follow a man when they've already experienced life. You know, they have more years, more than the guy.
More experience.
Yeah, they have more experience in life. They really know how to live life. And then a younger person coming to give them directions, it would be like, oh, so now I'm supposed to be like your kid. I need to follow you around. I need to follow everything you say. So they will be little respect, if any. Yeah.
Yeah. So from what you're saying, I understand that you're saying that if he gets married to a woman who is older than 21, she would have had more experience, and so anything that he's doing, she will not look at it as new. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And she will not be as submissive to him compared to a younger lady. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Especially if the lady has money.
Especially if the lady has money.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so now if he doesn't get married at 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he gets married at 30. He's 30 years old. What is still gonna be the age of the woman?
Still younger.
Still younger. What age?
21, 25.
So maximum is 25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you on that point because from my experience, well, everything you said is true. Now, if you had a daughter, what would you tell what would you tell her about how will you prepare that daughter for marriage?
Um, well, in this age, people are growing up so fast, so quickly. They learn so much without the guidance of the parents. But for my kid, I would tell her to be very, very careful with the people she is sharing her energy with. I would advise her to abstain until she's married. Um, yeah, just to be calm and wait for the guy to find her. I will not tell her to go find your man.
Okay, so you would tell her to abstain from sex till marriage. Why is that important?
Because I know now that sex is more than just a physical connection. So it takes away from you. And when you end up having, excuse me, sex with multiple partners, then you become, I don't want to say useless in the spirit, but you become hopeless because every partner you've met has taken something from you because you have sex with them, you don't get married, so they take a small bit of you, another one and another one, and then sex is also addictive. So when you start, it's gonna be hard for you to stop, and yeah, you don't want to go to your husband when you're starting to repair yourself, when you're starting to repair your spirit, your beliefs, because when someone is taking something away from you, there's hurt and there's emotional damage. Yeah, so you don't want to go to your husband damaged. So abstain from sex because it just takes away from you. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Okay. So she wanted to go to marriage as a virgin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So how are you gonna? Yeah, which is interesting. I mean, I'm in agreement with you. It's interesting because it's rare that I've heard a lady say that. But I agree with you 100% because that is a huge advantage for the woman. Now, one other advantage for the woman to be in that state before getting married is that there is a high likelihood that she's going to stay in the marriage because this is a man that is going to be her world.
Yeah.
So she's going to be addicted to sex for the first time, but to that one man. Because you said sex is addictive, right? And so she's going to be addicted to it, but at least to that man. And also because she's already going there with that purity, that man is able to direct her. So, but again, the danger is the kind of man that she's gonna get married to. Are you gonna be very careful to select the man properly to help her select the right man?
I will ask her to invite me on a date so that I could try and see what she's not seeing or see something that, when we are there, our friends are our other eyes. So if I go on a date with a guy and I really like this person, I'm obsessed with them, I want to be with them, I want to give them more of my time, it might be very hard for me to notice some small things like maybe the way he's talking to other people. So I would ask her to invite me on a date with them, maybe one or two, just to be able to observe the ambience of how she's being treated, just try to be her other eyes to see what she cannot see because now she's already in love and happy, and this is what her heart's want. So yeah, invite me on dates, let's hang out as a group, let me be a judge, but I will not be harsh because of course I will understand this is someone she wants to be with. So just be lenient and tell her, I observed the way she was talking to the waiters, I observed this and this, I observed that he did not pull a seat for you. Don't let that just go. Tell her things like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. So I think what you just said there is how marriages were organized in the past. And in some areas, some parents, they still do that today because that's why arranged marriages sometimes are the best because especially if the people have high quality. So the woman is a virgin and the man is also high quality man. He knows what he wants. He knows where he's going. He's focused. And if he takes on a woman like that and he guides her in the right direction, then they're going to have a good marriage. Unfortunately, that is not how marriages are done today. A lot of people go into marriages when they've, especially women who have already slept with a lot of men, and they are in the marriage, they are thinking of their past boyfriends, one of the best boyfriends they had in the past. They cannot bond with their man because they have had a lot of men. Their man is not usually the best of the men that they would have loved to be with because maybe their best choice is already in the past.
They start to compare.
They start comparing their man with their ex and all of that. so it's the whole thing is complete chaos, and that's why most marriages don't last today. And let me hear your thoughts. Like the video, comment so that this message can spread. See you later.